everyone, this is Amanda at Amanda's Booktopia. If you're new here, welcome, and if not, welcome back. And today, I have a very fun video for you guys. This time, you all get to choose what I read. So, I picked 3 books for the bedroom, then another 3 from out here in the living room. Just so we have like a mix of like newer and older stuff. Not exactly that it's old, but like not as new to my TBR. Let's put it that way. Because most of the books that I bring in, usually end up out here in the living room, and everything else has just been in the bedroom for like forever. So I'm going to show you the 6 books that I have chosen. I'll talk a little bit about each one, maybe even read the first sentence. And you tell me what grabs you, and then in the comments, you will be voting on which book I am going to read. And then whatever you guys choose, I will end up doing a reading vlog on, so you guys can hear all my unfiltered thoughts. If there's a tie, I have to read both books. Same way if there's a 3-way tie, I have to read 3 books. But let's hope there's not too much of a tie. But then again, some of these books are pretty popular and have been waiting on my TBR for ages. So we're going to start with the 3 books that I chose from out here in the living room that have been here, sitting, waiting for me to read. So the first one we've got is The 13th Child by Erin A. Craig. I was supposed to buddy read this like earlier this year with my bestie Nikki. She started it. I don't know if she's finished it. But I have not started it. And I've been needing to read this for ages. And it's perfect for the fall season. Because it's about this girl. She spends her childhood waiting for her benefactor, the god of death, to arrive and take her away. And when he does, he lays out exactly what he's planned for her future. And to aid in her endeavors, he blesses her with a gift, the ability to instantly deduce the exact cure needed to treat the sick. But all gifts come with a price. It just sounds interesting. And all the books that I've read from her, I've really enjoyed. And let me read to you the first sentence and see if it grabs you. The first sentence says, "With a punch of sharp sulfur, the little match snapped to life, flame biting at its wooden stump, hungry for a wick to feed on." Ooh. Okay, that grabs me. I hope it grabs you. So, if you like the idea of this book, vote for The 13th Child in the comments. And then the next one we've got is Wisteria by Adeline Grace. This is the 3rd book in the Belladonna series. Absolutely love Belladonna, one of my favorites. The 2nd book, Foxglove, was not, unfortunately, up to my standards like Belladonna was. But this one's following the side character from the first 2 books, which is Blythe? I don't know how you pronounce her name. But I know this is her story. And after the way the 2nd book ended, I knew I had to get this and finish out the series. I know there's a novella that just came out called Holly, which I also want to get, but I wanted to read this first before I get Holly. Let me read to you the first sentence in this one. It's a prologue, and the first sentence is a very short sentence. "On the morning of her impending death, life lounged beneath a wisteria tree." Interesting. Well, if that one grabs you, vote for Wisteria in the comments. And then the 3rd book that also came from the living room is The Songbird in the Heart of Stone by Carissa Broadbent. I really, really loved, what was the first one in the first duology? Shoot, I forget the title of the first one. Something. Hold on, let me see if it's in here. Because then I could tell you what the first title is. Oh yeah, The Serpent and the Wings of Night. That's what I was trying to think of. I absolutely love that book. So good. The second book after that one, The Ashes and Star Cursed Cane, was just okay for me. And so far, Curse of Brabant has been really hit or miss for me. Because there's books like Six Scorched Roses that I really did not like all that much. I gave Six Scorched Roses 2 stars. But I still want to continue the series, mainly because this one is following Miche, I think is how you pronounce her name. She is a side character from the first duology, and she was the most fascinating to me, so I'm excited to dive into her story. So I really need to get to this. And let's get to the first sentence, and you let me know if this is one that you think I should read. It's a very simple sentence. This is a tale of how a chosen one falls. Interesting. Well, if that grabs you, vote for The Songbird in the Heart of Stone in the comments. And then the next 3 I picked out from the bedroom that I haven't gotten to yet. And I do want to read these ones. It's been sitting in there for quite a while. So, let's get to those. This first one is All the Missing Pieces by Catherine Cowles. A lot of my besties really love this author. I read Fragile Sanctuary by her, and I did enjoy it overall. It wasn't like a 5-star, but I did also read a different book from her. I think it was the first one in a different series. I think it's Whispers of You. I'm pretty sure. And I gave that one 5 stars. Absolutely loved it. And that one had really good trauma rep. So I want to try and read something from her that's a little bit different than those. And this is a thriller, I think. Well, it's sort of kind of like a thriller. I know there's a podcast element, and that's all I really know. I don't really know much about it. I kind of want to go into this mostly blind. But let me go ahead and read to you the first sentence in this one. And we're starting out with a prologue. So it says, "You look like I'm dragging you to the gallows," I said, glancing over at my sister as I headed down the dirt path toward the crowd below. So if that sounds like it's interesting enough to you, vote for All the Missing Pieces down in the comments. And the next one that I have is Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff. This is a chunky boy. Look at how big this is. It is long. But I have heard that it's an excellent story. And I think the 3rd book in the series recently released not that long ago. And I've been hearing nothing but amazing things. I am nervous because I don't know if it's something I'm going to like, but I really want to try it. And I don't know much about it except that it's about a vampire. Obviously, because of the title. Empire of the Vampire. And I believe we're hearing the vampire's story of how he came to be or something to that effect. So I don't really know a lot, but I know we're reading about this vampire story that he is reciting to somebody else. So I am kind of interested. So I've heard a lot of people say this is a great story. So we'll see how this one goes. Let me read to you the first sentence to see what that was like. Is this the first page? I think so. Yeah, okay. So this first line says, "Ask me not if God exists, but why he's such a prick." That's hilarious. Maybe this could be good. So if you think I should read this, vote for Empire of the Vampire in the comments. And then the last book that we've got, that I grabbed from the bedroom, is Immortal Dark by Taija Skirma. I've heard very mixed reviews on this one, but I still do want to try it because I love a good vampire story, and I know this is about vampires as well. And one of the reasons why I got this was because I really like these sprayed edges. is the main reason why I got it. And I thought it sounded really interesting. I know absolutely nothing except that it's about a vampire. Literally, that's all I know. A lost heiress, a soulless vampire, a secret drenched in blood. Interesting. But I also really like the actual hardback of this and the sprayed edges, which is why I got it. But let's read what the first sentence is. And we will see what this one's all about. Alright, the first sentence says, visible through the candlelit window of Uxley University, a campus as ancient as the creatures it housed, the dean and her vampires sat in private conversation. So that is the first sentence of this book. It doesn't really give much, but, you know, it could be interesting. So if you think I should read this book, vote for Immortal Dark in the comments. And that is all the 6 books that I have listed for... Ugh. These books are heavy, let me tell you. Let me see if I can turn this around before it all falls. And in case you haven't noticed, I'm keeping to the fall theme here, because these all are related to the fall season somehow. But these are all the books that I have for you guys to choose from. So if there's a tie, I'll be reading more than one book. But I'm excited to see what you guys end up picking, because there's some really interesting ones in here that I'm looking forward to, for sure. And some of these are way overdue. So I can't wait to see what you guys all decide for me. So if you like this video, make sure you give me a huge thumbs up. If you want to see more bookish content and you want to see what ends up winning for the vlog I'm going to be doing for these books, make sure you smash the subscribe button and stick around for all the fun stuff that I have coming up. And I will be having some special announcements coming up in the next month. So if you want to find out what that is, make sure you stick around. And thank you for stopping by. I hope I will see you all in the next one.